All right, guys, for this lab activity, what we're going to do is build a timeline of Earth history from start to finish as we know it today. You've probably done timelines before in social studies, I would imagine. But one of the challenges of doing a timeline for all of Earth history is that we have to compress 4.6 billion years of time onto a piece of paper. That's a tremendous amount of time. If we think of all of human history, we're really talking about the past 10,000 years. And it would be hard to make a timeline that would even just do that, let alone a timeline of 4.6 billion years. So to make our timeline, we just need a couple of basic things. A ruler to draw a line. If you're in the classroom, maybe you could use the straight edge of a piece of paper or something. And we'll talk about strategies for drawing lines to scale in class. We need two pieces of paper. I just took two pieces of paper from my notepad and I put them sideways and I attached them together with a couple pieces of tape. You could use staples. If you don't have tape, you could even just put them side by side, but it's a little easier if they're connected together so that way they don't move around on you. We're going to use a scale, and I worked out the scale ahead of time to help you. We're going to use a scale that says 10 centimeters is equal to 1 billion years of time. Or we could also say 1 centimeter is equal to 100 million years of time. That's equal. That's the same thing. There would be 10 100 million years and 1 billion years, if that makes sense. So these are the same thing. 1 centimeter, 100 million. 10 centimeters, 1 billion. Well, we know that our best estimates for the age of Earth, if we look at the reference table, we're really going to be using page 8 on the reference table to help us do this. We know that the approximate age of the Earth is 4.6 billion years of age. This might look like 4,600 to you, but if we look at the top, these numbers are in millions of years ago. So this is 500 million. This is 1,000 million years ago. 2,000 million years ago. 4.600 million years ago is equal to 4.6 billion. Okay, so these are in units of millions, not like 4,600. This is 4.6 billion because this is in millions of years. So we need a time scale that is representing 4.6 billion years of time. So if we say 10 centimeters is equal to 1 billion years, and we need to fit 4.6 billion years onto our timeline, we're going to draw a line 46 centimeters long. Most regular sheets of paper are not long enough to do this, and that's why I taped it together. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to start here, and I'll label this 0, which is present day, right now. There's 10, 20. I have 30 centimeters on my ruler going to the other end. We're going to go 46. So that's 30. There's 40. And now I'm going to add 6. And I know I went out of the screen there, but there's the other end of my timeline. And this is 4.6 billion years ago. And this represents the formation of Earth. When we believe Earth formed. And that number comes from radioactive dating, looking at the oldest rocks that we can find on the planet. Now, if we go to page 8 in the reference table, we have this entire time period called the Precambrian. The Precambrian time represents about 90% of Earth's past. And we know very little about the Precambrian time. There seems to be little fossil evidence from Precambrian time, which indicates there probably wasn't a lot of life. However, it's possible that there was abundant life, but it was all soft-bodied and not well fossilized, and we just have a poor fossil record. Or maybe much of the life during this time was bacterial, microbes, and we just have little evidence that they existed. We don't really know. There's a lot of unknowns about Precambrian time. Precambrian time begins at 4.6 billion years ago, and it goes all the way up to the beginning of the Phanerozoic Eon, which means we're coming down here now. And something that we should have talked about in class at this point, but I'll just go over it again, is most of our knowledge of Earth history is relatively recent compared to the overall age of the planet. So when we look at a chart like this, everything from the Cambrian down here all the way to present day is basically smushed into this tiny little block of time we call the Phanerozoic Eon. Because we have a lot of knowledge about the Phanerozoic, this is an expanded view of the Phanerozoic down here. So everything that you see in this part, going from the Cambrian to the Quaternary or present day, fits right up into this Phanerozoic Eon over here. Again, our knowledge of the Precambrian is limited. Oldest known rocks, evidence of biological carbon. So we know that there was some early life. Stromatolites we'll talk about in class. I have a fossil stromatolite, but basically this is evidence of microbial and algae activity. Oxygen forms. We have oxygen entering the atmosphere. And then we start to have organisms, but relatively few. It's not until we get to the Phanerozoic that life really takes off in what is called the Cambrian Explosion. This is really when life really starts to take hold on planet Earth. So anyway, the Cambrian begins at 542 million years ago. So we have 542, which means that my timeline is going to go from 4.6 billion to 542 million years ago. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to pause the video a second. Somebody had to come into the room to deliver a package. Anyway, age of the Earth, 4.6 billion years ago. Other end of the timeline, 0, present day. We are taking a look at page 8 on the reference table and looking at the Phanerozoic over here. And all of this time fits in the Phanerozoic. The Cambrian period begins at 542 million years ago, which means that to plot the start of the Cambrian period on my timeline, we're going to go from 0, present day, back the equivalent of 542 million years ago, which according to our scale would be 5.42 centimeters, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, so about there. So right at this spot here, this is 542 MYA, that's a common abbreviation you'll see, millions of years ago. This is the Cambrian. This is when Cambrian time started. This is often referred to as an explosion of life. This is when life really seems to take off on planet Earth. And the Cambrian went to 488 million years ago. And if we subtract 542 from 488, that would be 48 or 4.8 millimeter, which means that this would be the end of my Cambrian time right there. So Cambrian time begins at 488 million years ago, or it began at 542, went to 488, I guess I should say. Then we have our Ordovician period. Sorry guys, I did that. I was looking at the wrong thing. It was 5.4. So 5.4. So that's 5. So this line's going to be over a little bit. I was looking at the wrong time period. All right, so anyway, if we subtract 542 from 488, we should get 54, which should be equal to 5.4 millimeters. Sorry if that was confusing. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. If we look at Ordovician, we have 444, 488. So when we subtract, we get 44, which on our scale would be equal to 4.4 millimeter. I'm going to use my ruler and make a mark at 4.4. And I'm going to label that Ordovician. Then we're moving up the timeline. Ordovician, we have invertebrates dominant, age of trilobites, eurypterids, coral reefs. Now we go to Silurian time, 416 to 444, which would be a difference of 28 million years, which would be equal to 2.8 on the scale. I'm going to mark off 2.8 millimeters, and I'm going to label that Silurian. Then we'll look at the next time period, Silurian, earliest insects, earliest land plants and animals, abundant eurypterids. Now we go to Devonian, 359 to 416, which would be 57 million years. On my scale, it would be 5.7 millimeter, which is about there. This is Devonian time. This is often thought of as the age of the fish. This is when fish really take off during the Devonian period. Then we have what's called the Carboniferous Period next. The Carboniferous Period is broken into two units of time. We have the Pennsylvanian and Mississippian. The word carbon has to do with coal. This is when we had our big coal forests on planet Earth during these times. We'll treat the Carboniferous as one time period from 299 to 359, which means that's 60 years of time. So I'm going to do 6 millimeters, and we'll label that Carboniferous. This is the age of coal, when we had our big tropical coal forming forests. And then we get to the Permian time period over here. The Permian time period went from 299 to 251, which should be equal to 4.8 on the scale. So it's going to be 4.8 millimeters, and we'll label that Permian. Now, for some reason, at the end of the Permian, we have our first mass extinction. Everybody knows about the mass extinction of the dinosaurs. The Permian mass extinction was far worse. Over 90% of life went extinct. Less than 10% of the species continued on into the next time period. From the Permian to the Cambrian, this is called the Paleozoic Era. Paleozoic Era. Paleo means old, like old time. So that's the Paleozoic. In the next video, we'll take a look at doing the Mesozoic. That was the time of dinosaurs. And the Cenozoic, more modern time. You know, woolly mammoth, mastodon, the last ice age, and that type of thing. All right, so anyway, we'll continue this in the next video.